System Zero, I think, plays a part into, again, training a zombie type of deal. The whole training a zombie we've seen when it comes to just spending money, consumerism, buying things, that's part of this as well. But another one that I've talked about when it comes to training a zombie has to do with the information age that we're in. I always find it fascinating that, you know, we're in the information age where we have anything that we want to know at our fingertips, but yet we are the dumbest the world has ever been. And I'm not trying to use that as an insult. I'm just saying that as this is what's going on. Really, this world is the dumbest it's ever been. And the ultimate reliance upon technology and convenience of things, I think, has really led to it. I think that's one of the biggest things, all the information at our age. And that I always go back to 2 Timothy when it talks about constantly learning, but never coming to the knowledge. Again, that applies to, obviously, the gospel of Jesus, the truth of the matter of Jesus. But still, it's something that we can pluck up and use just as wisdom in our everyday lives, where we're constantly learning things, but never actually coming to the truth, never coming to the knowledge of the truth. And we're never going to get anywhere with that, which obviously at this point, it's all downhill from here until the Lord Jesus comes back and burns everything and rebuilds and all that type of stuff. But System Zero is the idea of taking the human mind and basically augmenting it with AI. Now, this isn't what you think it is. This isn't like brain chips and stuff like that. No, this has to do with just the person relying upon AI every day in order to do the thinking for them. And that is something that we're absolutely seeing happen today, and it's getting worse by the day. And so let's take a look. This is AI taking control of our thoughts? Researchers warns about the emerging System Zero. The integration of AI into our daily lives has sparked a fascinating debate about its impact on human cognition. As we increasingly rely on AI systems to process information and make decisions, researchers are sounding alarm that a new phenomenon they've dubbed System Zero, this emerging cognitive framework, could fundamentally alter the way we think and interact with the world around us. This is Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman. Kahneman, I think it's Kahneman. Groundbreaking work. Kahneman's groundbreaking work on cognitive processes identifies two primary modes of thinking: System 1, which is fast and intuitive, and System 2, which is slow and deliberative. However, recent research published in Nature Human Behavior suggests that the emergence of a third mode, System Zero. The reason why it's zero is because it's going to the back to the foundation starting point. System Zero represents an externalization of reasoning facilitated by the AI technologies. This new cognitive pathway allows humans to delegate complex data processing tasks to AI systems, potentially augmenting our mental capabilities. However, it also raises concerns about our growing dependence upon these external cognitive resources. The implications of System Zero are far-reaching, including enhanced problem-solving capabilities, potential loss of critical thinking skills, altered decision-making processes, and shifts in creative thinking and innovation. I got one more thing I'll read regarding this, but I just want to stop here. Because what we have going on today is many people are using AI to solve problems when it comes to trying to figure out what type of phrasing that they want to use when it comes to writing papers, when it comes to reading things. AI will selectively find information and hand it to you rather than going out and doing the research yourself, type of thing. People are becoming more and more reliant upon AI doing the work for them. So basically, this is an addition to the information age. When we were in the information age, we still had to go and search things out. Now with AI and the System Zero type thing, not only do you have all the information at your fingertips, but now you have somebody else that will go and search everything for you, just handing you the answer. You know, when you were in school, the teacher would always say, I don't want the answer. I want you to show your work, how you got to that point. Well, we're getting rid of that now. That's gone in everyday life. Nobody's willing to do the work. Nobody's willing to do the research. They want everything just handed to them. And the best way to learn is to go off on 50 different rabbit trails while you're trying to hunt down one answer, because then you're finding out all this information regarding all these other things, and you're starting to piece things together. You're starting to critically think about them. You're starting to use common sense. Well, does this fit? Does this not fit? And all this type of stuff. Whenever I'm doing my research rabbit holes and whatnot, I'm all over the place. I'm going everywhere, finding all this stuff. I will find 5, 6, 7 different things that I want to research afterwards that are still connected to this when I'm still trying to find the answer for the one thing that I was looking for before. And so you're able to learn things. You're able to figure things out. You're able to all of a sudden discern and debunk things. That's another thing that we lack in today, is just general discernment of things. People just see one thing and they go, oh, well, it must be true because I see it. And then they'll share it out. And now all of a sudden we got it going everywhere. When if you just did 5 minutes of research, sometimes a minute of research, you'll find that it's not true. And so this is a key aspect now, that reliance upon AI and people just lazy, not being willing to research things on their own. AI can feed them whatever information that they want, and they'll just take it as gold. And now you have a zombie in front of you that's not only can't think for themselves, doesn't know how to research things, and just will take whatever answer AI gives them so you can mold their minds into believing whatever you want. You have created a zombie. You're training a zombie. And we are seeing that actively being done in front of us. This is system zero. This is really system zero. And so if we keep going, it says, as we navigate this new cognitive landscape, it's crucial to understand both the benefits and the risks associated with AI-assisted thinking. I'm going to go ahead and just put it out here. I know everybody says, oh, there's benefits to it. There's no benefit. Just don't use it. Figure it out on your own. What's so difficult about that? We did that for how many years? Now all of a sudden just figure it out on your own. The development of artificial neurons capable of remote brain control further underscores the need for careful consideration of these technologies' impact on human cognition. Cognitive offloading, boon or bane for human intelligence. The concept of cognitive offloading, delegating mental tasks to external systems, is not new. We've long used tools like calculators and smartphones to augment our cognitive abilities. However, the advent of advanced AI systems takes this phenomenon to unprecedented levels. While AI can process vast amounts of data at incredible speeds, it lacks the ability to attribute meaning to that information. This creates a unique dynamic where humans must interpret and contextualize AI-generated results, potentially leading to a symbiotic relationship between human and artificial intelligence, basically getting people's minds prepped and ready to think and work with AI. Now, it's true. The whole thing, we use things like calculators and our phones and all these other little tools and stuff that take our thinking ability and throw it to something else, all in the name of convenience. Again, kill you with convenience type of thing. But now we have schools and universities and jobs and everything that's now embracing the use of AI and outsourced thinking. Why? Because they are training the humans to be zombies. They're training the humans to be just not think. And they're training the humans to let AI think and just inject whatever propaganda information that they want into the brains of these people. They're training zombies. This is exactly what's going on. And this is system zero. This type of zombie reliance upon AI and machine removes all mental drive to study for oneself and basically seek out an easy answer from AI. I was one of those people, man. I sucked at school. I was horrible at school. I'm not a school person. There's some people that are. There's some people that aren't. Never was my thing. I was average to below average my entire way. I just wanted to get it over with. I just wanted to be done with it. After I got my high school diploma, I wanted nothing to do with school after that. And I was just going to figure things out on my own. But it's amazing because while I was terrible at school and I hated every minute of it, now that I'm out here not being force-fed what they want me to do, I'm more active in researching and writing and figuring things out on my own than I ever was in school. Because one of the things that I was always taught growing up, and I never learned it from school, I learned it from my parents, was don't learn what they want you to learn. Learn how to learn. That's the biggest thing. If you can learn how to learn, then you're much better off than if you're just learning what they're telling you to learn. And so that was something that I got out of school, that I learned external from my parents and whatnot. And so I was under the idea of, I want to learn how to learn. I want to learn to figure things out on my own. I want to go out and find things, research things, put things together, get everything organized and see how it works and see what's true and what's not, what's a lie, what's not, and what don't we know and what we know. And so learning how to learn, I think, is the biggest thing. Always ask why. See, that's something else that I noticed when I was in school. And this was just, when I wasn't very long ago. But still, when I was still in school, they did not want people asking why. They just put up with it, but they really didn't want kids asking why. Why is this doing this? Why is that happening? Why did we get to that point? They don't want kids asking why, even though asking why is how you learn and how you critically think and how you honestly gain common sense when it comes to this. The phrase of there's no such thing as a stupid question. There are absolutely stupid questions out there. How do you learn that? You ask why. That's why you do it. So I think that's one of the biggest things. And in today's society, they're training people just be a zombie. Again, go out on a main street somewhere in the middle of the day and watch how many people are walking down the street with their phones, just staring at their phones. Nothing going on around them. Nobody else around them. Just them and their phone. Go out to a restaurant. See how many families you see sitting there, all of them on their phones, including the kids. I've seen people who are on a date. Both of them are on their phones, not even talking to each other. You want to know why the social interaction is so awful today for many different reasons, whether it's divorce, dating, just general conversation and whatnot, because it's phones. They're training people to have a relationship with their phone, with their AI, as opposed to actual human beings. And this is part of this system 0 that they want to do. I saw a commercial the other day. I think it was was it Microsoft's AI or Google's AI? I can't remember. I think it was Microsoft's. I can't remember, but it was a commercial for an AI program where they showed multiple people alone in their apartments or their houses or whatever, having a conversation with AI, showing how beneficial it is to have a personable AI that they can talk to, how much better it is talking to this AI where they don't feel lonely rather than having to worry about going out into the cruel, scary world and having a real life conversation with a person. They were training people to get closer to AI and away from humans. And this is part of this system 0 that they've got going on with this. And so with all that training, with getting people ready for AI and getting ready for all this stuff, eventually that leads to something like this. The whole AI religion. And so we could see here, this is what this was Catholic Associated News or Catholic News Association, something like that, one of those. But they did a fact check because there's some stuff going around that there was an AI Jesus doing confessions. No, there was no AI Jesus doing confessions, but there was an AI Jesus answering questions regarding the Catholic faith. Yeah, we can see here in Switzerland, AI Jesus answers questions of faith. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing religious life at a small church in Lucerne, Switzerland, where virtual Jesus is caring for the concerns and needs of the faithful. And I find it ironic that the picture that they use is actually an AI picture. Imagine that. So it says numerous news reports. That's kind of weird. Numerous news reports in recent days reported that that's like a lot of report and new in there. Think about that. Numerous news reports in recent days reported that that a new artificially intelligent Jesus, quote unquote, has begun taking people's confessions at a Catholic church in Switzerland. Claim a holographic AI Jesus has been created and deployed at a chapel in Switzerland, specifically to hear confessions. CNA finds St. Peter's Chapel in Lucerne, a historic parish church, recently installed an innovative project that explores the use of virtual characters based on generative artificial intelligence in a spiritual context. In collaboration with the Immersive Realities Research Lab at Lucerne University of Applied Sciences and Art. The AI program is reportedly trained with content from the New Testament with the goal of allowing the quote-unquote Jesus avatar to verbally respond in one of 100 languages. We got religion going on. We got language going on. We got getting back to the Babel going on. To questions about the Bible from people entering the confessional. Goes on to say the installation is titled Deus in Machina, a Latin phrase meaning God in the machine, and a play on the more commonly used literary phrase Deus ex machina. An announcement from the lab said that the project, which is described as an art exhibit, encourages thinking about the limits of technology in the context of religion. A theologian at the Swiss parish said that the project is also intended to help to get religious people comfortable with AI, and reportedly said he said he does see potential for AI to help with the pastoral work of priests, given that AI can be available at any time, 24 hours a day, so it has the abilities that pastors don't. See, again, AI is better than the humans. The machine is better than the humans. It's there anytime, 24/7. Doesn't matter if it's a holiday or a weekend or anything going on. It's there for you. It can speak in 100 different languages. It has access to all the information that you need to know. It's better. We don't need humans anymore. We just need whatever the AI tells us. It just continues to push that towards people as we continue to move forward. Then it says, though this AI Jesus is not meant to replace priests, those who tried it gave it positive reviews. One lady told DW, who did the report on this, he was able to reaffirm, the AI Jesus was able to reaffirm me in my ways of going about things. Think about that for a second. He was able to reaffirm me in my ways of going about things. His way of going, his truth. That's what that means, is this AI Jesus reaffirmed his truth, not the truth, his truth. And that's what made it so good. That's what made it so great. He was able to reaffirm me in my ways of going about things, and he helped me with questions that I had, like how I could help other people to understand him better and come closer to him. To who? Which Jesus? I don't think it's the regular Jesus, man. The real Jesus. Don't think so. I think that's fascinating. Let's see. Another woman said, I was surprised. It was so easy. Convenience. And though it's a machine, it gave me so much advice, also from a Christian point of view, Catholic point of view. Catholic and Christian, not the same thing. I felt taken care of, and I walked out really consoled. See, we're getting to the point, not only do we have System 0, where it's all about getting people to like augment their mind and their thinking ability with AI, not willing to do any research on their own and just taking whatever the AI says. But now it's being applied to religion. Now, this is obviously not the first time we've seen this. We've seen churches that use AI Jesus to actually preach a sermon. We see churches that use AI to create new music. We see churches using AI in order to write sermons. We see all these types of groups out there that are embracing that. And it's not just all the other religions either. It's not just all the other religions. Keep in mind that even Ken Ham's Genesis project is doing the same thing, but with a holographic Noah. I reported on this a couple months ago that, Ken Ham with his Ark experience and whatnot. Well, the Answers in Genesis program, they're trying to raise $3 million in order to build a AI holographic Noah that will stand there and answer people's questions. See, it's even starting to sneak in here too. How many, even in the small types of, obviously that's a much bigger way, but even in the smaller types of way, I see Christian, pastors, prophecy teachers, and all that are using AI generated thumbnails, AI generated images, AI generated videos. They're using all this AI stuff for their programs All the meanwhile, they warn that AI is demonic and going to be a part of the whole thing, but they're choosing to. You don't have to use that stuff. I don't use any of the AI stuff for mine. You sure it's maybe not as glorious looking as whatever an AI can do, but it's mine and it was handmade. But still, we're embracing this while warning about it at the same time. Why would I trust an AI Jesus the same as why would I trust a holographic Noah? I wouldn't trust either one of them. I'll just go and look it up myself. See, this embracing of this stuff is the danger. It's the compromising on it. Well, I'm not asking AI to write anything that I'm talking about. I'm just asking it to make pictures. That's how it starts. That's how it starts. You know the phrase, little leaven spoils the whole bread? I always use the thing of, you got a glass of pure water, one drop of cyanide will make its way through every bit of that water. It'll happen. Sometimes it goes fast, sometimes it goes slow. But either way, we shouldn't be embracing this. The reliance upon a machine to feed religious answers can absolutely lead various faiths towards the same conclusion. What would be that same conclusion? One world religion. Leading towards the one world religion. And of course, this goes right in line. I'm sure everybody's heard this by now, but it fits with what's going on, fits right in line with what Bill Gates said. The emergence of AI could require the emergence of a new religion. It's widely believed that AI will transform how humans work and play, but a prominent technologist feels that its impact could be even more profound. Microsoft founder Bill Gates believes that the emergence of AI could require the emergence of new religions and philosophies, or maybe just one. The potential positive path of AI is so good that it will force us to rethink how we should use our time. You could almost call it a new religion or a new philosophy of how do we stay connected with each other and not be addicted to these things that will make video games look like nothing in terms of attractiveness of spending time on them, he said in the interview. Gates seems to be saying that the AI could usher in a radically different world. This world could potentially have no concept of money, shortages, and most diseases could be eliminated. Well, the Bible tells us something else is coming. As much, humans could need a different conception of gods. Let me read that again. As such, humans could need a different conception of gods and philosophies to lead their lives. It is a compelling point. Many conventional religions do treat relationship with God as transactional. That's very interesting. With people giving prayers, donations, and sacrifices in return for their wishes being fulfilled. In a world where there's infinite money and no disease, will humans have to come up with a new God to help guide their actions? No, they'll be looking for a false messiah, though. That's for sure. But ultimately, and we've heard other people talk about this as well, AI and religion. Everybody knows, of course, Bill Gates and Yuval Noah Harari. They've talked about it. Klaus Schwab has talked about it. But you go back in history, and this is nothing brand new. You talk about something like Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. And he was one of those people that he came up with the omega point. Remember, if you were here, I did 2 weeks ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. I showed the necklace that Elon Musk was wearing and how I believe that was pointing towards the omega point. De Chardin, what he was talking about was using technology and conscious evolution in order to advance into a Christ consciousness state, being co-creators with God. Barbara Marx Hubbard is another one that talked about creating a oneness neural network with the planet, utilizing technology and transhumanism in order to advance society towards godlike levels, utilizing AI technology, the same thing. The advancement of it, new religion, that's part of their religion that they want to do. Talk about somebody like Peter Thiel today, talked about how he believes that God gave us technology for us to augment ourselves with, so we can become gods ourselves and be co-creators with him. These are the religion that they work on, that they've been working on for a long time, going all the way back. There's a whole bunch of other ones. I go over all those people in the End Times New Age series. But this is nothing new. We're just hitting a new level of it. As technology advances, so will the push for this religion and philosophy that they're pushing towards. And because it's a supernatural computing system, you look at AI, you look at quantum computing, because those are supernatural computing systems, they should not physically work, but yet they do. Then it's the perfect system to be used for not only the beast financial system and the beast government and the beast system like that, but it's also the perfect tool to be used for the religion as well. And so why wouldn't he use one system, one supernatural system, to bring about the beast system as such? That's something else to keep in mind as well. What I do find fascinating is in that article, it specifically talks about how it's transactional. Well, what's fascinating is every religion in the world is transactional. It all has to do with doing something or giving something or providing something in order to get something back from their gods. That's how it always works. That's what sets Christianity apart. That's what sets Jesus Christ apart, because we don't give to him. He came down and gave for us, which is the exact opposite. It's a free gift that he gives to us, as opposed to all the other ones, which is transactional, which they're now pointing towards this AI system just being another part of that, which I find very fascinating, which I find very interesting. And so it reminds me again of this, since the religion is going to be AI based, and that's all about system 0. 2 Timothy 3 down to verse 7. It says, always learning and never being able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now as Jannes and Jambres resisted Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds disapprove concerning the faith, but they will progress no further, for their folly will be manifest to all, as theirs also was. Always learning, never coming to the truth. We address that, but I always find it, they will progress no further. They will continue to build upon all the technology and all the different philosophies of today, but they will progress no further spiritually, because the only way to progress and have victory is in Jesus Christ. But they don't want Jesus. They want to be Jesus, and they'll never get there. Which